Hi, this is Peter from CrunchyGuitar.com. In this lesson, we're going to talk about vamping it up using Vamps. If you got my first two videos, then I'm hoping that you got the structure down, because that's the key here. You've got to get that structure just locked in your head. Because you have that structure in your head, that's when you can start to have fun with it. What I just did was simple two-string vamps that can take that simple thing we did in the first lesson. Check out the video 1A and video 1B. Stuff and make it sound like something you might actually hear on the radio or a record or something like that. And that was these two-string vamps. And what that does is it creates a really nice sonic palette and a really nice foundation for someone to perhaps go accompany somebody, again, whether they're singing or whether they're playing, and then you can get a vibe going. And we're trying to learn this language so we can have a dialogue. So this lesson, let's talk about what these vamps are. You got the structure down, and we're going to make one little change to that structure to just kick it up a touch. So do some more stuff on the guitar, and we're going to kick up the guitar part as well. So we're going to do both those things, and we're going to do them fast. Okay, so the first thing is, instead of playing this A chord, we're just going to play this two-note vamp, which means I'm going to play an open A, and I'm going to put my finger down on this E note right here, which is just underneath the A string, which is the 4th string, 2nd fret, and we're just going to hit those two strings. And then we can add this finger. We can add in this F sharp note to create this effect. This is symmetrical. We're going to do the exact same thing here, here, and then here for that last chord. Okay? Now let's refer to these from now on by their proper names. This A chord is the 1 chord. This D chord is the 4 chord. This E chord is the 5 chord, and then back to the 1 chord, which is where everything always wants to pull back to. That's where the resolution happens. Everybody wants to get back to the 1 chord. If I go like this, it pulls me back to that. So that's called a 5-1. We'll talk more about theory in later lessons, but for now just remember that blues is composed of a 1, a 4, and a 5, with lots of other stuff that can be sprinkled in, but those are the basic structure points. Okay? So again, that's all you need. Now what am I doing with the right hand? Well, the right hand close up looks like this. Okay, so you'll notice I've got my pick, okay, and it's on top, it's sitting on the A string. And you saw where I was fretting. I'm actually fretting this string, but I'm going to hit here, and I'm going to get that sound. And by putting down that other finger, I get this effect. And the left hand close up looks like this. So I'm putting this finger here for the A chord, or we're calling it the 1 chord now. We're getting into the nomenclature. I'm putting this finger here, and I'm just hitting this string and this string, just these two strings, that's all I'm hitting, nothing else. And I'm getting this effect. If you want to get ambitious, you can bring the pinky in, the lovely little pinky, which we never use enough. Which looks like this. Okay, we're going to make one change to our venerable structure now, the first of many. but we're going to take one little silly change, which is practically necessary for anybody, which is to take this one chord right here, and we're going to cross it out, and we're going to put in D7. Okay? So right there, we're going to kind of go to a temporary 4 chord. It's almost as if the first 4 bars, they're still the 1 chord, but we go to the D7 temporarily and come right back to the 1. We haven't really gone to the D7, we're just sort of threatening to. But this is a way to add interest. Instead of having to play 4 bars of the A7, you end up with at least one other place that you go along the way that makes it a little more interesting. It's kind of obvious when you hear it, but it sounds like this. So right there I actually went to the D7 4 chord. But we put that little D7 there just to give it a little bit of interest. So still in the 1. Now I'll go to the D for real. Etc. So there's one little change you're going to put in, and you'll never play it that other way again, because that second bar change to the 4 chord is pretty key, and it's pretty ubiquitous everywhere, except in the most basic structures. You'll still hear it the other way, but this is just a little tiny bit of spice to kick it up, just one tiny little notch, and we're going to do a lot more to this. But here's the first change. Hope you enjoy it. So thanks for tuning into this video and checking out these new changes we made to the blues. And now you've got a nice little twist on the progression, just a tiny little one, but it's the beginning. We're going to do more stuff to it in the next video. And you've got these great 2-note vamps that you can now use to really rock out. And in the next video, we'll try to take these 2-note vamps and make them movable, so that we can play them all over the neck. But the trick is to get this sound in your ear and get the structure in your ear and really have some fun with it. Try to find someone to play with, and you guys can trade forwards back and forth. Please visit crunchyguitar.com for free videos. Thanks for tuning in.